one special memory I have of Dadi Prakashmani was from 1986, when I was visiting Mount Abu for the third time, and I was 25 years old. I had a very funny ticket, and that ticket created a lot of problems along the way. And so I got stuck in Germany a few days, I got stuck in Bombay a few days, I got stuck in Ahmedabad. And before I reached Mount Abu, many days had already gone. And another problem was that my return ticket had been changed by the airline. And they said you can only go back in after a month. And if that would actually put my job at risk. And so I explained this to sisters from London when I arrived in Mount Abu. And they said, okay, we will do all what we can to help you get a new ticket, but it also means that you will have to accept, meaning a new return ticket. That means that you will have to accept whatever date we get. So be ready to return on a very short notice. And I accepted that because I understood the situation, and also it's like you accept the rules of the game. And next morning, I was meeting Dadi Prakashmani together with another group of newcomers, means the new arrivals. She would always meet us in the morning, and she asked us, when are you going back? Each one of us, when is your return? She used to do that in those days. And so, of course, I didn't know when I was going back. I didn't have a clue. But for some reason, I said, I don't know where it came from, but I said, I'm returning in 5 days. And she was very surprised, of course, because we used to be allowed to stay for a month in those days. And she said, oh, in 5 days? And I said, yes. But we never went into any details. She didn't ask me, any details. And I knew the sisters were working for me, so that was all that happened between us. And then, as the days passed, I was living very much in the present, and I was taking an immense amount of benefit, being so aware of the precious moments. And on the 5th day, I was sitting in the class, and suddenly I feel somebody knock at my shoulder, and I knew that, okay, it's time to go back. And that was true, so that the sister who met me said that, we found a ticket for you, you have to leave this afternoon, and a brother will meet you in the courtyard of Panda Bhavan and be there at 4 o'clock. So I immediately went back to my room, I fixed everything I need to do practically, had my lunch, all of that, and then at 4 o'clock I was standing in the courtyard of Panda Bhavan, which was absolutely empty and absolutely silent, because everyone was having their siesta. So this was resting time. And what happened then was, out of I don't know where, from nowhere, suddenly Dadi Kumarka, means Dadi Prakashmani, she approaches me, she comes up to me and gives me a hug. And then she leaves again. And we didn't say anything. I have no memory that we said anything. It was just that a farewell hug that I suddenly got. And there was no one else. It was just her and me. And then she was gone. And I remember that I felt I had still a roller coaster travel on my way back. Same story, so many problems, but I reached back. And but I felt completely protected. I had no worries at all. And I connected that with, this sense of being protected, also connected with her care. But the care she showed me was not in a lot of words or investigations or questions about what had happened to me or, checking me out, nothing. But she must have been informed, because she turned up at 4 o'clock in her own person, and she has immense responsibilities. I mean, she had at that time immense responsibility of a big, big organization. And who was I? Just one of many, many students. So she was showing her personal interest, but not in a lot of words. And for me, what I learned from that, and which I've seen in her a lot, was that she was very much aware of what was going on around her. That there was never an air of concern or worry. Never. She was always very light. But at the same time, as she was known for being so light, she was also keeping herself informed, but never with a sense of control. And many leaders are controlling because feeling responsible. She felt responsible, but not responsible, because she was giving that responsibility up. She was giving that to a higher source, not to herself. So being an instrument in that way, she was a perfect example. And I felt that was a story that was worth sharing today.